Good evening, everybody. It's the Auto Select pregame show here in Pacelli for this matchup tonight. Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
And we are back here in Pacelli for this Central Wisconsin South Conference matchup where one side is just absolutely feeling things and is on the most fire possible, when another side, I mean, they really hit the emergency brake on their car for this one. But Pacelli has 13 straight victories here this season, 14-1 overall. I mean, it's been an absolute dominant run of a year this year for the Pacelli Cardinals and Coach Allison Smeglick. First time being the coach this year. It's the Smeglick era, and I mean, things are really looking up for the number 7 team in our Zaleski rankings. Brendan Retzloff, Chase Lyons here. I would not be surprised to likely see this game get a little out of hand as we approach halftime, but you never know. High school sports, anything can happen. But like I said, Pacelli, they're 5-0 in conference play, sitting on top of the Central Wisconsin South Conference standings, and they ended up getting a win by 21 points against Shiocton on Tuesday, and another big win in conference that took place in Wild Rose. We were there for that one on Monday. As for Rosholt, things have been a little bit of a struggle for them. 1-4 in conference play, 2-10 overall this season. This team only averaging 24.4 points a game. Pacelli averaging just about 60 per game. So, I mean, that's where you guys can see the idea that we have that this game could get out of hands pretty early here soon. But that's going to conclude our Auto Select pregame show. Check out all of the locations that they have on Church Street and on Highway 10 East here in Stevens Point. We're going to send things to another TV timeout as our game time is coming up here real soon on Zaleski Sports.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
In today's economy, it seems the value of a dollar continues to shrink, while the services offered are getting less and less. Here at Maher Water Corporation, a new high-efficiency system made by WaterCare can help ease the stress on your checkbook. We are always available to analyze and recommend one of these units.
So while we can't actually make your money grow, we can make the value of what you get from Maher seem like it.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture. this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
And welcome back, everybody, here in Stevens Point for our Central Wisconsin South Conference matchup between the Pacelli Cardinals and Rosholt Hornets. On to the starting lineups for this one is sophomore number 3, Alexis Paschholt, a senior number 5, Sierra Paschholt, a senior number 11, Sarah Trzynski, her sister, a freshman, Elizabeth Trzynski, and to round off the starting 5 is Leah Kazeski, number 22 for the team. And now it's on to the home team. 12 straight wins on the year for Pacelli. Number 1, Casey Vaughn. Number 2, it's Katie Elka. Number 22, Jaden Zdroik. Number 24, Kaylin Yenter. And number 33, Ella Van Order. Allison Smeglik, head coach of the Cardinals. Scott Peterson, head coach of the Hornets. Last time these two teams met up with each other, it was a 43-25 win for Pacelli. That game took place in Rosholt just a few weeks ago. And that game was their one and only game without head coach Allison Smeglik with the team because she actually had an illness at that time. And here it is, the tip-off, and an interesting one, but Pacelli able to win it here. And Elka brings it up the floor for the Cardinals. Jaden Zdroik, the star freshman of this team. Pacelli, big story in this one is their freshman and sophomore, their players all together, because they average more than half of their team's total points. Great job keeping it in bounds there. Zdroik fires it back outside. Elka takes the three-pointer for a shot, just missing off the mark. Nice defense made there by Sarah Trzynski with a nice block. She averages 2.5 blocks per game, 10.5 points per game for the senior as well, and including that, 16.2 rebounds per game. Nice steal from the freshman, and she's going to be going to the free throw line to shoot a pair. It's Jaden Zdroik, averaging 23.1 a game. She also averages around 5 steals per game as well, and 12.1 rebounds. So, I mean, she's very well known to get double-doubles, and the first one left that short. She's a little disappointed in how that one ended up, but Pacelli's last game, they had a 53-31 victory over Shiocton. Able to get the second one and go for the first point of this matchup here. It'll be interesting to see how Rosholt can retaliate back here, because obviously you're going to want to, if you can win this game as an underdog like this, who averages only 24.5 points per game versus a team that almost averages 60, I mean, it's going to be a very difficult night. And Pacelli able to add on to their, average scoring on the year in points per game in that win they had on Monday against Wild Rose, putting up 74 points on the scoreboard. That was a dominant win. And a 3-second violation. Those ones rare to find and see, but 3-second violation there coming from Ella Van Order. So first minute 15 seconds here. Couple of turnovers on both ends. Trzynski has to get it past half court. Pacelli doing a lot of defending with the half court area, and this one bouncing off. It might have been the leg of Van Order out of bounds. And I got to interview Ella Van Order on their win on Monday, and she had 100% confidence in her team, and that it's not just her being able to get it around and shoot it well. It's the whole team as a whole. You're talking about Van Order, Droik, Pionik, Krzyzewski. I mean, it's going everywhere. Kitty Elka, she's also been taking a lot more three-pointers on the year, and the freshman going back to the free throw line again. So many quick fouls to begin the night here, leaving that one short. A little bit of frustration on those, and the second one bouncing out. Trzynski to get the rebound. So Droik now, she's 1 for 4 from the charity stripe. Now it's Elizabeth Trzynski. Passes it to Krzyzewski and stolen by Droik. It's a 2-on-1 up the floor to Vaughn. Vaughn up with the left. Couldn't get it to roll in and out of bounds. The basketball goes, and the officials say that it's Rosholt that will get the possession. So Pacelli right now a little bit off their game here is where, I mean, in the very early goings of this one, Van Order and Vaughn double teaming Krzyzewski and a jump ball tie up. Possession arrow does stay with Rosholt here, so they'll get to keep the basketball. And Sarah Trzynski on the inbound. The senior leader of this program to her sister. No good. Pacelli with great defense, and they got the numbers up the floor. We'll see if Vaughn takes it. Passes it back to the inside. Nice move underneath by Droik, and she got her own rebound. Second chance points, also huge for Pacelli. They're going to reset things, kick it back up top, outside of the perimeter. Droik fires the 3 ball off the mark. Van Order with a nice rebound. Spins, turns it around like Kareem. No good. And still fighting for the basketball here. And Rosholt able to get on it. Still 1-0. Tough shooting going, but Droik just says, give me that thing, and makes it. She was like a kid in a candy store right there. I mean, just taking whatever she wants. She already has 3 steals in this ball game. And once again, Rosholt taking to that corner. And when you're on offense and you're cornered on a double team, things are very difficult for you to get out of, and you might almost have to call a timeout in those situations. But Rosholt keeping in a moving screen foul on Leah Krzyzewski. So that's 3 fouls already for Rosholt. That's the first offensive foul we have seen in the ballgame, and substitution gets made as Sierra Paschkolt exits to take a seat. Willie Lazinski into the game. Pacelli working the basketball around. Yenter fires way too long, and a reach-in foul is going to be on Vaughn here. Almost 4 minutes into this thing, and we've only seen 1 made basket. I mean, this is rare compared to Pacelli's 74-point victory. Another turnover for Rosholt. Lost the handles a little bit. We'll see if they reset. And Pacelli does so. Pump fake. Van Order spins around. Nice job keeping her pivot foot down. And Droik with a nice move, high arcing off the glass to go for 2 more. So Jaden Droik has all 5 points for Pacelli here in this first 4 minutes and about 30 seconds. Another steal. This time it's for Vaughn. Pass to Droik. And she just throws it up and absolutely bodies Elizabeth Trzynski to the floor. And that brings the point total up to 7 for the freshman. And she's the only one with points on the board. It's been a very quiet first half here in terms of shooting. But Pacelli starting to pick things up. 7-0, 13:22 to go here on Zaleski Sports.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
It's simple, but true. Time is money. At Sherrill Tire and Service, we have over 20 mobile service trucks to get you rolling and growing again. Sherrill Tire and Service Centers, your locally owned farm tire dealer.
And the Cardinals and the Hornets exiting out of their timeouts here. Today's game is brought to you by SC Swiderski. An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Also by Point Brewing. Stevens Point Brewery is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics. Experience the many refreshing flavors of Point Gourmet sodas, handcrafted in small batches. Each flavor is perfected for your enjoyment. From tasty black cherry cream to the world-famous Point Root Beer, every bottle is in the house. Speaking of in the house, our Zaleski Sports Highlight House is very well known to have our players be in the house. Big shout out to all those players who have made our Highlight House highlights as well. Wazinski passing side to Trzynski. Back to her sister, but nope. It's stolen again by the freshman Droik. She's up to 4 steals already in this game. Incredible. Vaughn sets to shoot, instead passes it down low. Double team Van Order. And she gets called for a travel violation as Wojak and Trzynski were there on the double team. First time calling Jasmine Wojak's name here tonight. Sarah Trzynski brings it up to half court. Got to get it past that line to Elizabeth. Pionic enters the game for the Cardinals as well. Spinning. Trzynski. Shot not going to count. Fouled down low, and it's going to be on Van Order. So we'll have an inbound from the baseline for the Hornets coming up here. And the rebound queen is into the game for the Cardinals, Haley Shashatsky. Pass inside, nice one, too, and it's an and one. Going to count the first basket of the game for Rosholt goes to Leah Kizetsky. I'm not sure who they got on the foul there. Really nice heads-up awareness from Sarah Trzynski to bounce it inside and find a seam. Missing the free throw, though. Stays 7-2. But Rosholt finally gets themselves on the scoreboard. Elka off to the wing. Pionic, no good. Rebounded, second chance opportunity, no good. Back up again, third chance, no good. As it was Pionic missing, then Droik missing, then Shashetsky missing. And another turnover. And Vaughn's going to bring it up the floor. And she just lost the handle. Ouch. I think before she was going to put it up, she was looking up at the basket and just took her eyes off and lost the concentration on actually holding on to the basketball. This will be a kickball out of bounds. No foul. It's just a kickball possession. Stays with Rosholt here. But Rosholt right now, 8 turnovers here in this first half, and we're not even 8 minutes. Not even 7 minutes into the half either. We'll try again. Make that 9 turnovers. Vaughn with the right hand. Right on cue. She avenges herself. And almost, it's another turnover. That's 10. 2 on 2. Droik off the glass. Beautifully done. 9 points for her. This half-court pressure from Pacelli really getting to Rosholt. It's another one. There's 11. Back-to-back-to-back turnovers. Got her own rebounds. Droik spinning. Again, passes it inside. Tie up. No shot. It's just going to be a foul down low. Oh, but if you're Scott Peterson, you got to find answers to that half-court pressure being applied. Melina Cashin enters for Katie Elka. Leah Kazeski also takes a seat on the bench. Nice pass inside to Pionic for 2. Pacelli on top by 11. And the half-court pressure again being applied. You know exactly where the pass is going to go and where the double team's going to be. Now it's a matter of getting out of that double team. Nice job by Trzynski to stay in bounds, reaching foul on Droik. And a little bit of a miscue between the official and one of the players. If you're the official, that's your job. You got to catch that ball. I mean, with all the turnovers Rosholt has had, the officials don't have to bring it in and make fun of them by not end up catching that pass. But anyways, Trzynski double teamed. Kicks it out to Elizabeth. Works off this bubble screen. And it gets poked away by Vaughn again. That's her 3rd. Puts it up with the right hand. Easy 2 points. And Pacelli already has 3 bench players into the game, and almost another quick steal. Nice heads-up play on defense, though, by Kaylin Yenter. She gets called for the foul. Pacelli's awareness on defense, you have to give them an A+ for it, because the amount of steals this team has mustered together here in this first half is just unheard of. Dropping her to the floor with Sarah Trzynski. That was pretty nasty. But ended up passing it away, got it back up. Trzynski takes the 3, tried to bank it in, no good. Trzynski got her own rebound, reset things for the Hornets. 9:37 to go here in the half. And Trzynski just dribbles into 3 Cardinals, and you just can't do that. Pionic fires it upside, no good. And tried to save it in time before it went out of bounds. Nice stitch effort for Casey Vaughn. 3 players have scored the basketball for the Cardinals. And there's only been 1 basket for the Hornets. Like I said, this Pacelli team won in Rosholt almost a few weeks ago. 43-25 was the final in that one, but the backups came in pretty early in the second half of that game. We'll see if Rosholt can put something together here. Nice defense. They just don't have an answer for the zone. Pacelli's doing a great job. You got to give him the most credit for what they're doing with their zone defense, that 2-3, is just really becoming detrimental for the Hornets. Getting poked away again. Able to save it in time was Trzynski. Spinning. Pjanic was using the hands, and she was doing pretty good with them there. Double team again, off the double team. Trzynski works off the screen, fires it, blocked by Yenter, and the student section is going berserk over that one. High pass, trying to catch it was Haley Lazinski. Lazinski is now into the game for Rosholt. Back to Kozeski, she's double teamed. Rosholt just stuck on the perimeter. They got to get it down low, and they can't find anybody. Lazinski again lost it, poked away by Pjanic. It's a 2-on-1 up the floor, and no good is the shot from Cashin. Back outside, Pjanic wide open. Hits the 3 ball. 5 points for the freshman. 18-2. And if you're Rosholt, you just got to be like, man, what can we do? The number 7 team, 3 players fall to the floor at the exact same time. I didn't know we were going bowling tonight. That was just, I mean, they all fell at the exact same time. You can't make that one up. WIAA goes to take a seat. So does Lazinski. And now Lily Lazinski's in. And Alexis Pashkolt is back in. Trzynski takes the free throw. No good. As Pacelli, they're already in the, or not Pacelli, Rosholt, they're already in the bonus. Cashin thought about taking the 17-footer. Decides to pass on it. Tricky pass inside. It ends up working out. Back inside, down low. And now Van Order fires it back outside. Cashin from 17 feet off the left-hand side. And Pjanic getting things done, cleaning up the dirty work. 20-2. 11 minutes into this one. Only one made basket. Pacelli was struggling very early on in this one, but they're really starting to figure things out on offense and defense, but you have to give credit to this team's defense. That 3-2 zone defense is really showing up, but fouls starting to become a little bit of an issue. Pashkolt missing that one. Droik with the board. She brings it up the floor. Pashkolt defending. Droik, nice ball handling skills there. Keeping her pivot foot down. Van Order has to pass it off high. Difficult pass in. Krzyzewski not able to get the basketball. That was a tough pass to catch. And I think Pacelli just trying to do a little bit too much, forcing the ball down low. I don't think there's any need for them to do that. I think if they just work the ball around the perimeter like they have been, I mean, things have been easy for them. But you talk about points in transition as well, trying to work it to the inside and a push-off foul and back to the free throw line. Go the Hornets. But it's been tough for everyone from the free throw line here in this one. We've only seen one made free throw in this game. And there have been 8 free throw attempts. We'll see if Pashkolt can end that curse. And, no. That's 9 misses. Our score remains 20-2. Cashin works around the perimeter, sets a pivot foot, back to Droik, kicks it back outside. This is the normal Pacelli offense. We see lots of ball movement, making Rosholt go all over the place. and it is absolutely working. Got the rebound, second chance opportunity, no good, and a jump ball tie-up. Heads up play by Jaden Droik, not giving up on the play. As it almost seemed like Rosholt was easily going to get the basketball and possession. Cashin wide open. Takes the inbound from the baseline from Vaughn. Vaughn has it now. Sets things back. Puts it up, no good. Van Order almost falling out of bounds. Was Paschal able to stay in play. And Kozetsky sets the screen for Trzynski. Trzynski with a nice handle up with the left for 2 points for the senior. Now that was a nice possession there that they had, and a travel violation. Another turnover. With 5:22 to go here in this first half. And you have to say, Sarah Trzynski, she is the rock that keeps this team together for Rosholt. The Hornets are not really much of a team without her. She averages over 10 points a game as well as 16.5 boards. Euro steps her way as Droik, no good. She's struggling from that spot early on here. Missing it, no good again. And Trzynski with the rebound goes right between three Cardinals defenders and has the floor all to herself. Kicks it out. The three ball is good from Kozetsky. And Kozetsky is up to 5 points. Just like that, 13-point difference. And it's a 5-0 run out of bounds. We'll see who it's last touched by. And his last touch by Pacelli. And Allison Smiglick is saying, how? She couldn't believe it. And 5-0 run for Rosholt here in the last 45 seconds. Bounce pass just like that. Intercepted. Taken up. And a difficult looking shot. But right there to clean things up is the freshman Droik. So we've only seen one made three-pointer, and two made three-pointers. One from each side, Leah Kozetsky, as well as Maddie Pionic. And Van Order, they're on the turnover as the Cardinals reset things on the offense. And the three, no good from Elka. Back up with the right hand, just missing is Droik. And they're still just sitting there waiting on it. Droik thought that was last touch by Trzynski. WIAA enters for Paschal. And Pionic enters for Cashin. About 4 minutes to go. A little bit less than that here in this first half here on Zaleski Sports. High pass, not high enough because it's stolen. And Pacelli again. Droik missing. Very unusual miss from her there. Another miss. Third chance points. Make it fourth chance. Van Order rejected by Trzynski. And Pacelli just can't clean things up down low right now. Really struggling to find a basket. And that's a very uncharacteristic and unusual thing. Stolen again. That's 5 steals. Trzynski just hit the Fortnite slide. That looked like the Fortnite slide to me, didn't it? Chase is in agreement with me. Let's see if Pacelli can put points here on this possession. So many offensive rebounds, but nothing to go for it. And Droik is getting very cold shooting right now. And it wasn't an uncharacteristic shot either. It was, she had an open three-point shot, took it, and left it short, but we're going to have another. It's going to be a travel, though. A travel here as Yenter enters for Van Order. This Pacelli team was very much in mid-season form. a few games ago as they were winning games against St. Mary Catholic and Wild Rose. A 3 again. Too strong from Droik. And once again, it was an open shot. Just can't finish it off. Today's game is brought to you by Point Heating. Point Heating and Cooling in Stevens Point and Plover, with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Call Point Heating and Cooling or visit pointheating.com. And by Home Furniture. Turn your house into a home and shop Home Furniture. Home Furniture on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. Turned over again. That is the story. Droik jump stops, and she's back on it. I was waiting for her to start catching fire. I mean, I don't call her Katniss Everdeen, but she can catch fire at any point. 24-7 our score, and that pass just thrown from Paschkolt right to Droik. It's a 3-on-1. Pionic, the and one answered. Maddie Pionic putting herself up to 9 points here tonight. Try to cap off to make it a 10-point first half, and just like that, Pacelli on top by 19 as Lily Lazinski checks in for Jasmine Woyak. Tough season, though, if you're a Hornets fan. 2-10 on the year, and I'm going to try to pull up some other stats that they had going for them. Another steal again. Jump stops and finds her spot on the right wing for 2 more as Jaden Droik. 15 points for herself. 28-7 now, 21-point lead. Quick reactions. Paschkolt fires the 3. Drano. Alexis Paschkolt putting herself on the scoreboard, 3 points tonight. And this is crazy to think. Rosholt is shooting better from 3 than Pacelli. Tough pass inside. Nice catch by Yenter. And the finish. Her first 2 points on the board. Final minute here in the first half. But if you look at this Rosholt team from the 2022-2023 season, they were 13-12 on the year. I mean, such a difference in their season. I mean, they did finish tied for 4th in the conference with Pittsville. Pittsville, they are another team, too, that teams could possibly have to worry about. We could have another turnover here on the ground and a jump ball. Rosholt will keep it. But 6-6 they were in conference play overall, tied with Pittsville. And Pacelli last year, they were 8-4. They ended up taking 3rd. Allman Bancroft and Wild Rose tied each other for the conference crown last year. We have a completely different story going on right now with this Rosholt program. I mean, they really hit the reset button. Addie Gagas, she was the top leading scorer on that team last year. She graduated. And Droik wide open. You just can't leave her there, but got lucky. And tough to get the rebound here. Tie up again. Possession arrow. I swear the possession arrow was just with the Hornets. Was it not? I mean, I really thought it was. I don't think I'm the only one who's thinking that either. And Trzynski takes the 3, missed it off the mark, out of bounds. 1 second on the clock, and we're going to see if Pacelli tries to do something here with 1 second. I'm not sure. They do. They take it. Yenter just throws a... I don't even know what she threw. But it was a basketball. 30-10 halftime. I mean, she set herself up like she was the starting pitcher of the Milwaukee Brewers. I mean, I'm not really sure what the last moment of that half was, but nonetheless, it's 30-10 halftime. We'll send ourselves to a commercial break. We'll be back for a quick halftime report and then send things back to commercial, but we'll be right back here on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. And now open on Saturday nights. Try the new Rock and Roll Cafe Bar and Grill on Church Street.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
At Nicolet Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolet Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolet Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Pan-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and slices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Hello, Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Felt's Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
As a proud sponsor of Zaleski Sports, Stevens Point Brewery brings you a variety of gourmet sodas to indulge in while watching your favorite teams. Flavors include black cherry cream, kitty cocktail, mango, orange cream, vanilla cream, and root beer in regular or zero sugar. Have it as a float for the perfect post-game treat.
And welcome back. It's our halftime report here, live in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, here at Pacelli Catholic High School. Brendan Retzloff, Chase Lyons, here for this one. It's been a half of defense, I will say that. The Pacelli Cardinals ended up with 11 steals in that first half, 5 of them courtesy of their freshman star, Jaden Zdroik, but she has been struggling from shooting, although she has 15 points in the basketball game, which is 5 more points than the opposition. But for the rest of this Pacelli squad, it's Maddie Pionic, who is in second place in scoring with 9 points. Then Casey Vaughn has 4 and Kaylin Yenter with 2. So only 4 players have scored on their team so far, and only 3 have scored the basketball for Rosholt under Scott Peterson. But like I've alluded to many times in the broadcast, that this Rosholt team, they're in that rebuilding kind of phase, and they're lucky enough to have Sarah Trzynski be there for them, their star senior player, but she is the person keeping their team together. She is the glue for this team, averaging over 10.5 and 16.5 rebounds per game. But she only has 2 points in this game so far, but a couple of assists. And both assists are on three-pointers. Alexis Pashkolt, she has a three-pointer, and Leah Kazeski has a three-pointer. Other than that, though, I mean, there's not much to say for Rosholt. It's been a tough year. 2-10 overall. Pacelli sitting on 12 straight victories. And it looks like they're going to go up to 13, up by 20 here at halftime. Coming off of a 22-point victory over Shiocton and another dominant victory over Wild Rose. That one, they won by 25. I mean, Pacelli has the right things going for them, but I will say this. In this second half, they have to shoot the ball better. They have really been struggling from down low and even on the wings and even on the outside. It's almost been everywhere around the floor that they've been struggling, but it's a good thing to see that some of them are dancing around a little bit to some John Denver. So 2 minutes before we send things back to the second half of play, but we're going to take a little short time out here. We'll be right back in about 1 minute, 30 seconds here on Zaleski Sports.
To me, the perfect run is when things start to get tough and I'm trying to keep my pace going, and I hit this moment where I just quit thinking about what I'm doing. I've heard surgeons mention that as well, that during their best surgeries, you're kind of in just a pure flow. You know, my goal with patients is to try to help them get back to doing what they want to be doing.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in AutoSelect. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, AutoSelect will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at AutoSelect, you're good to go.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
And we welcome our folks back to our live broadcast here on Zaleski Sports. Big shout out to the UWSP men's volleyball team playing their first ever volleyball game in program history tonight against Lakeland University. That one taking place here in Stevens Point right now. I don't have a current score for you guys, but a big shout out to them and a huge congratulations to UWSP Athletics bringing up another program. But here we go. Second half underway. Pacelli going to try to clean some things up on their offensive possessions, and we'll see how well they can do it here. Yenter from the right wing and got to the rebound there for two more. It's Jaden Zdroik. 17 points for her tonight, 32-10. We'll see how Rosholt responds coming out of timeout as well, because the 3-2 defense from Pacelli was really a problem for the Hornets, forcing 11 turnovers, or 11 steals, actually. But countless number of turnovers from Rosholt. They were very clean with foul trouble, though, compared to Pacelli. Rebound for Van Order here. She leads it up the floor, bounce pass. Droik hesitates, decides to take a few dribbles, pass it back to the perimeter. Nice pass down low from Yenter to Van Order. And that's Van Order's first 2 points of the game, and she averages about 8.5 per game this season. Getting back onto the defense, Alexis Pashkolt lost the handle, and Katie Elkett to get it right back. Pacelli still has all 5 starters in their lineup. Vaughn for 3. It's on the money. That could have been an and one situation, too. 7 points for the senior. Putting the lead up to 27 now. Pashkolt touched, last touch by Vaughn, but Trzynski able to get back on it, and Elizabeth Trzynski throws it up and no good, and rebounded, back taken. Euro steps her way through. Was Lazinski and no good, and rebound for the Cardinals. And actually, Kozeski had the Euro step there. Van Order takes it back outside. Pass into the wing, spinning. And going to the free throw line will be Zdroik, and we'll see if she can shoot a little better from behind the line. She went 1 for 4 in that first half from the free throw line. Today's game is brought to you by Egg Country. Egg Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Contact Egg Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford today. And she is now 1 for 6. You know exactly what Coach Smaglick is going to do next practice. She's going to make them shoot free throws, I can tell you that. Nice bounce pass. Van Order hesitates, able to get it done. Four points for herself. 29-point lead for the Cardinals. Looking to win lucky number 13 straight. Fighting for it. Jump ball tie up in possession arrow to Rosholt. 14:46 to go. Today's game is brought to you by Maida. When it comes to customized apparel or your local sports team apparel, turn to Maida in Stevens Point. From corporate outings to outfit your club and your sports team, Maida has all you need. Off another steal. Yet again are the Cardinals and Casey Vaughn for 2. Trzynski down low, spinning. Tough shot with the left hand. Kicks it back outside. And Pacelli can't believe the foul call there. It was a hold foul, though. But now they're already up by 31 points. Wide open. And there for the slight rejection. Got lucky with it where the Cardinals there. Pass from Vaughn to Zdroik. Up with the right hand. And now Pacelli's really starting to score points in the paint. And I think if you're Scott Peterson, you just have to hope and pray that the shooting percentage of Pacelli is just down low. That's a travel. I mean, if you're going to travel that much, you might as well take your luggage with you off to Turks and Caicos. I mean, kind of just walked with the basketball for a couple of seconds. Vaughn thought about taking the three. Almost stolen. Quick with the hands. Nice catch. And run with it. Up with the right is Yenter. Things are starting to get out of hand. And I thought Lazinski wasn't be able to get there, and stolen by Zdroik again. She's up to 7 in the game. Vaughn from the same spot, same result. It's another 3. 8 points here in the second half for the senior, and a timeout taken on the floor by Scott Peterson. And it looks like some substitutions are going to be made. But just like that, Pacelli on an 18-0 scoring run here in the second half. 13-18 to go. We'll be right back on Zaleski Sports.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
In today's economy, it seems the value of a dollar continues to shrink, while the services offered are getting less and less. Here at Maher Water Corporation, a new high-efficiency system made by WaterCare can help ease the stress on your checkbook. We are always available to analyze and recommend one of these units.
So while we can't actually make your money grow, we can make the value of what you get from Maher seem like it.
Welcome back, everybody. An 18-0 score run in the student section here in Pacelli. Starting to make some noise. Another steal. That's 8 steals for the freshman off the miss. And Vaughn gets the rebound. And the student section yelling offense. And it's working. The offense is clicking all cylinders. Zdroik once again. 21 points for her, averaging 23.1 per game this year. Currently up by 40. Tried to just hand it off and lost it here, and now everyone's on the basketball. We got a tie up in possession arrow to go to the Cardinals. And you can tell they've really clean things up here in the second half. In terms of shot selection, cleaning up shooting, and their defense, they're keeping things up. Cashin, I was hoping she'd take that shot. It was open for her. Sharing the ball around nicely. Nice pass down low. And there it is. Cashin from 16 feet, no good. Rebounded, falling over. And we got a couple players on the ground now. And, I mean, that's just a tough one to deal with right there. Vaughn able to get it right back to Zdroik. Free throw line, Shashetsky, and contact. No call, out of bounds. Will stay with the Cardinals. She kind of just bodied her way towards the inside there. No call was made, though. Zdroik was open on the outside, and Vaughn was just looking at Shashetsky the entire time. And nice heads-up play on defense. Jump ball tie-up. Sarah Trzynski a little bit slow to get up here. I mean, she's doing everything she can for this Rosholt team. And, I mean, she's probably been getting dinged up all year. And you can't blame her for all of her efforts that she's put in for her team. Just a valiant player. And high pass, and that's a turnover. Not a steal this time. But Pionic, once again, her first 2 points here in the half. She's up to 11. 3 different players for Pacelli have scored more than 10 points. Meanwhile, only 3 players have scored for Rosholt in this basketball game. Put that into perspective. Cashin, 17-footer. Bang! Call it cash money for Milena. $54-10. I guess that is slightly my better Mike Breen impression. But when you got the last name Cashin, you have to point it out. Bounce pass. No good. We'll see who got it, and the basketball's still rolling around. A travel somehow got called on that. I didn't even think anyone had possession of the basketball. Instead, substitution is made, and Sammy Sankey is now in for Casey Vaughn, as her night is probably gone to an end here. The end of the line. Trzynski over to Lazinski. Lots of Polish names out here tonight. And tipped out of bounds. Pashkol was worried it was going to be an over and back, so she tried to save it. Instead, she put it out of bounds, and Pacelli to get it right back. We'll see if Pacelli feeds it to Sammy here. I wouldn't be surprised. And she takes it. It was right on the line, just a tad bit short. I wonder if Pacelli's going to try to get all their players to score. Stolen again. And guess who? It is Jaden Droik. 9 steals in this game. And she is on the glimpse of looking at a triple-double. And typically you don't see steals in that category. But my goodness, we might just see that. 23 points for number 22 in white. 56-10. Elizabeth Trzynski looking for the first point of the half. And there it is. Still looking for the first basket, though. Held scoreless for the last 10 minutes. 1 for 2 from the line. Droik back to it. And Krzyzewski gets called for a push or some kind of charge foul. Offensive foul nonetheless, so Rosholt to get it back. I'm really hoping that they could get a basket here on the board. It's been a while. And you always love to see success on both ends of the floor from anybody. That could have been number 10. Jump ball, Pacelli to get it back. I mean, for Jaden Droik being a volleyball player as well, in volleyball, you're not allowed to catch a ball or anything. You have to hit it back around. She's got 9 steals in this game. Just absolutely insane. Timeout on the floor taken by Pacelli. Currently up by 45. We'll be right back.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue was...
Welcome back, everybody. Sammy Sankey for 3, no good. Try to save it with Pionic. Good effort. Rosholt to bring it back up the floor. A very good turnout of a crowd, though. that we have here tonight. No JV matchup. Rosholt doesn't have a roster, so there wasn't a JV game tonight. So for all those people wondering if anyone who's going to be playing, could be a travel here, and that is indeed what it is. You still see that one starter is still out on the floor, but we almost have all freshmen on the floor. Sammy Sankey from 16. (58-11). 4 freshmen and a sophomore on the floor for the Cardinals. And I just want to tell you guys this. Out of all the points in this game, I'm not even kidding, only 12 points in this game are from someone who is not a freshman or a sophomore. I am not sure what just happened here. The student section is going nuts. I don't know what's going on here. The net got stuck. Official missed it. Saves the day on the second shot. And, I mean, when the net's like that, that just speaks for the kind of night that the Cardinals are having, especially shooting here in the second half. Works off the screen. Cashin set it. Fires from the free throw line. No good was Van Order. Nice save from Sankey. And rebounded for Rosholt. Pacelli had second chance points once again. Trzynski spinning past her sister Elizabeth. Trzynski put it up, and I'm not sure where. Must have been tipped. One official on the baseline said that it's Pacelli's basketball. One here on the top half here on our sideline says that it's Rosholt's. Whose ball is it? It is Pacelli's basketball. So official is able to get in conversation and figure things out in their mini dilemma. Shashetsky just bodying herself through, and Van Order with the left goes up to the line for 2. Today's game is presented by Hoff Favor Real Estate. Andy Hoff and Sidney LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate Group are your local Stevens Point realtors. That's Andy Hoff and Sidney LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate. Also by Nicolet Bank. Nicolet Bank offers personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Kobe, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicoletbank.com. Van Order, that was her first free throw attempt. Second one at the line, no good. And I can tell you, Pacelli's going to be shooting free throws tomorrow in practice. For as many points as they have on the board, their free throw game has not transpired to how they've been shooting. Trzynski just took an underhand shot and missed it, and I mean, it's just tough night for Rosholt. It's been a tough season. Sankey receives the cross-court pass. Now it's Van Order. Floater, no good. Rebounded Trzynski. Almost fell over. Stays on her feet, though, thankfully. 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in this one. Paschal, she's got a lane to go through, and Sankey's going to get called for a foul. And it looks like Katie Elka and Sydney Kruger are about to enter for the Cardinals. And Paschal can't make that one either. We still have not seen a made basket here in the second half from Rosholt. to quote Rocket Man, I think it's going to be a long, long time. Just tough. I mean, looking down the line for these teams, though, as Elka goes up and missed it off the mark. For Rosholt, things aren't easy for them going ahead. 3-ball, no good. Rebounded by Trzynski. She has a bright future ahead of her, though. Elizabeth Trzynski, freshman, sets the screen. Instead, works off the other side. Trzynski down the lane inside. Wishing that basket would count. But things aren't easy. They got Pittsville next on Tuesday. Then it's Ullman Bancroft on Friday, the 26th. Then it's Edgar. I mean, you got 3 tough games against above 500 squads. Trzynski almost had the 3-ball going. No good. Out of bounds it goes. So it's been a tough year for Rosholt. As for Pacelli, though, working on 12 straight wins, about to make it 13. And Jaden Droik, now that she's not playing, she was 1 steal short of a triple-double. She had 9 rebounds after the first half, 5 steals after the first half, 15 points. She ends with 23 points, 16 rebounds, and 9 steals. Assists, I could not get a number. Cash in for 3. Tried to bank it in. And Krzyzewski falls to the floor, and that was a big tumble that we just heard. But up next for Pacelli, they have Port Edwards on Tuesday, then Tri-County. I mean, these next 2 games for them could not be any easier. But you never want to overlook opponents like the Dallas Cowboys did. That's always something that can always come to bite you. But this team's good. 2 minutes to go as the clock just continues to keep ticking. As I think we're all just crossing our fingers for Rosholt to make a basket here before the end of this one. Krzyzewski trapped. Finds Woyak. Out of bounds. Last touched by Pacelli. But then on Monday, it's Ullman Bancroft. That one's going to take place here, but that's 2 weeks from now, Monday. So next week's schedule for Pacelli looking pretty good to make themselves possibly go up to 15 straight wins, but then you have the huge conference tester against Ullman Bancroft. But another team that people can't overlook too much is Pittsville. I got to watch them play this Tuesday, and they looked absolutely amazing when they played against Columbus Catholic. I got to interview Reese Grimm and Brooke Grossman at the end of that game, and I mean, they had a lot of high hopes. Clock's still ticking because of the score differential. 2 misses. Kruger with the rebound. 40 seconds to go. 58-11. Let's see if Pacelli wants to get one of their other players to score the basketball here. Maybe Kruger. Maybe get Kruger a basket. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Instead, they're just hanging on to it. Playing a little bit of keep away. That might be the way the night ends. As Elka hangs on to it. 10 seconds remain. And how about this? The Pacelli Cardinals have won 13 consecutive basketball games. What a season it has been for the number 7 ranked team and the number 1 ranked team in Central Wisconsin South Conference. 47-point victory, 58-11. Coming up next is our Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, get your fresh cheese curds made daily. Marshfield, Curtis, or Nasonville Dairy. WIAA.com. I'll be off to interview head coach for Pacelli and one of the players of the game. We'll be right back.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
All right, welcome back, folks. Nasonville Dairy Postgame Show. Joined alongside head coach Allison. I mean, this was a pretty great game for you guys throughout. Free throws were a little bit of a struggle, but 13 straight victories for you guys' team. There isn't too much that I have to ask you, but what are your thoughts on tonight's performance from your team?
It was a slow start to begin. Again, we got to work on our free throws, and our layups were pretty bad this game as well too. So we gotta when you play teams that are a little bit lower than you talent-wise, we got to make sure that we're focusing still, not looking past them. Every team's going to play their hardest against us, but overall, they're still a strong team, no matter what the score is, and it was nice to get some of those other girls who don't play much onto the court and play a little bit more.
Yeah, you guys had 3 different players score at least 10 points in the game. Jaden had 9 steals in this game. It's pretty rare to see somebody almost get double digits in steals, but I could tell that 3-2 zone defense, you guys applied the half-court pressure to them, I mean, almost throughout this entire game, and it really got to them. Was that the whole plan going into it?
Yeah, always, and I kind of wanted to, between her and Casey, they're just so athletic, and the zone defense is just perfect to have them up at the top for that. But I wanted to run a little bit of Maddie up at the top too, because she's just as athletic. And I know her and Maddie work really well together from playing basketball together for many years. But Jaden's just such an athletic player. It's so fun to watch.
She's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, you guys have a lot of ballers. I'm going to say that. I would say Casey's a baller. Katie's a baller. Hey, your entire team's balling. That's what I would say. Other than that, though, like you said, you guys don't want to overlook your opponents coming up, even though the schedule seems to be pretty fair. But I love that mentality that you guys have. Are you just going to keep sticking to your own game plan, be yourselves throughout this next week coming up?
Yeah, I mean, with next week coming up, with the two teams, the scores have been very lopsided. We still have to play hard. We still have to play our game because, once we get through these games, then we can start to play really hard teams like Assumption, and then Almond will have 2 games against Wild Rose again, which was a physical game on Monday. But we can't back down even against the teams that are lower in our conference. We have to continue to play hard. And we had a slow start, but in the second half, only giving up 1 point is pretty amazing, no matter what team you're playing. I gave them a 10-point cushion, no more than 10 points, and they gave me 1. So they were trying to get out of practice tomorrow. But we're gonna have a light practice tomorrow. I gave them an hour instead of an hour and a half. So, but what we're gonna work on is free throws and layups. Free throws and layups always. So, yeah.
I love that. I think that's a great way to end things too. You guys, 1 point only allowed in that second half. They shot 1 for 4 from the free throw line in the second half, but I like that you guys are gonna be shooting free throws because I just think that's your guys' bread and butter to work on, and that's the only reason why you guys lost your only game, right?
Yep. Free throws and turnovers. So those were the 2 things that lost us that game. And looking back on it, it's still one that's hard to swallow, but we learned from it. We started to cut down our turnovers. So sometimes having those losses hurt, but they're also, you can benefit from them in some way and learn from it.
There's always something to work on, and I just love how you guys have been playing out through all year. Just keep holding that same mentality. Good luck in the next week, Coach.
Yes, thank you.
All right. I don't know who I should put in the highlight house. We're still awaiting a highlight house player of the game, by the way.
I'll grab Melina.
All right. We're going to get Melina cash in because we haven't had her yet. We'll see if she wants to be on camera. We got one of our ballers coming out here. Melina Cashin, welcome to the Highlight House. How does it feel to be in the Highlight House?
It feels great. Such an honor.
I love the enthusiasm coming from you there. You guys played a fantastic second half. You guys only allowed 1 point in the second half. 13 straight wins. Your coach is talking so highly on you guys. What is it about this team right now that's just, whoa, that's just really clicking?
I just think it's our chemistry. Throughout all the years, we've just been kind of back and forth bickering, but this year we're kind of all friends. So I just think it works a lot better with the chemistry.
I love how you guys have just been working together all year. Like I said, the 13 straight victories is huge. Your schedule coming up, it seems to be easy, but Coach said you guys don't want to overlook things. Are you guys going to be practicing free throws tomorrow?
100%.
Other than that, how does it feel as a team to be standing where you guys are at in first place in conference?
Well, I mean, we're pretty proud. We never really expect it. So we're being kind of humble about it.
I'll put you in the highlight house.
So do I go now? Yep. I'm Melina Cashin, and I'm in the house.
Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us. 47-point win for Pacelli, 58-11 final score. Brendan Rutzloff, Chase Lions. We all appreciate you guys for tuning in here on Zaleski Sports. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Port Edwards is coming in to Pacelli. Should be a good one. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful night and wonderful evening, everybody. Good night.